Hi everyone, this is Lesley Suzette, InspiringlyNatural here, back again with yes, another great video with some great content. I'm so excited to share today's video with you. When we get back, we're going to talk about some things that I picked up from a haul. It's going to be a haul from two shops. One that's new to me. I started shopping there last year, and then one that you all should know about. So when we get back, I'm going to share with you two fragrances that I picked up. I'll see you when we come back. Hey, welcome back. You know I have one goal, right? I want to encourage and inspire as many of you as I can to be your most best and most beautiful selves, both inside and out. We talk about all things beauty, all things fragrance, and all things self care. You all, listen, had to go to Florida, Orlando, Florida, for a conference. And on my way back, I was able to stop and pick up a few things. And oh my goodness, you all will not believe what I was able to pick up from, yes, the cosmetic company store. The cosmetic company store. You all, if you have been watching my videos for any amount of time, you know that I really like the cosmetic company store. Let me tell you why. I am able to go to that store, and the nearest one to me is in the St. Augustine area. There are some, I believe, in Orlando and other areas, but I usually frequent the St. Augustine or the Hilton Head or Bluffton area. My sweet Miss Wanda, she is so beautiful over there in Bluffton. But this time I was heading back home and stopped in St. Augustine. And that beautiful person, I think her name was Miss Sandra. Oh, Miss Sandra, you are such a beautiful person. Thank you so much. There's something about the cosmetic company store people. They are just as friendly as they want to be, and it's so genuine. They are so helpful. They are so patient. They share information with you, things that I didn't know I now know because of these beautiful people at the cosmetic company store. So I'm shouting out your people, cosmetic company store, because they are amazing. So if you know, and if you haven't watched my videos, go back and watch. I like to call, my husband and I like to call to find out what Ford fragrances, Tom Fordy Ford, as they call him on YouTube. What Tom Ford fragrances do you have, cosmetic company store? And sometimes it's hit or miss. Sometimes they'll call me. Sometimes they'll text me. Miss Wanda, she texts me and I appreciate it. Sometimes you'll call and they'll say, we don't have much. We have, some of the same things they always have. But then I'll call and they'll say things like this. Hey, I have bitter peach. I've picked up a bottle of bitter peach for a great deal. Hey, I have Soleil Blanc. And when I called, they had so many fragrances. They had Soleil Blanc. They had the box set with the Soleil Blanc and the body oil. But because I already have that, I didn't get it. They had so many other fragrances, and I smelled them, right? I smelled just about all of them, the ones I had not smelled. But there was one, you all. Listen up. There was one that I had never smelled, and they had this one for the first time that I know of. And you all, I am going to literally unbox it on this video today. It has not been opened yet. And again, this is the cosmetic company store. As you can see, Tom Ford, just one of many either cosmetics, or because they sell his cosmetics too, or fragrances that they sell there at discounted prices. You all, I was able to pick up a bottle of white suede by Tom Ford. white suede. I had heard of white suede, you all, but I had never had the opportunity to smell it. So when I got there, Miss Sandra was so sweet. She said, "Oh, you got to smell this one. I think you're going to like it." And she brought out the tester, and she was right. You all, this is a 50 ml bottle. I thought it was a 30 ml bottle. This is a 50 ml bottle of white suede by Tom Ford. And if you are a Tom Ford fan and fragrances, hit me up in the chat. Let me know what your favorite Tom Ford fragrances are. I always like to communicate with you all. So please let me know if you like Tom Ford fragrances. Hit me up in the comment section and let me know which Tom Ford fragrance do you like the most. What is your favorite Tom Ford fragrance? And you all, here we go. I'm unwrapping this. Oh my goodness. And I am going to, oh, look at that bottle. But you look at that. Let me take it off. It is gorgeous. That white top. I don't know if you can see that. It is so beautiful. And then at the top, oh yes, Tom Ford. Usually in gold, you all. This looks like spring and summer. When I saw it and she handed it to me to smell, I said, this has got to be it's gotta be a spring summer fragrance. It's just got to be. It's summer. I need something summer, to add to my collection. And let me tell you what's in this. This was launched in 2009. It has thyme and tea at the top note, as the top notes. Lily of the Valley, saffron, and rose in the mid. And at the base, it has suede, musk, sandalwood, albanum, and amber. So this is telling me that off the bat, it's going to be a pretty good spring, summer. But at the same time, this is probably going to be something that I can wear at date night in the afternoons and in the evenings, even when it's cooler, because of the suede, the musk, the sandalwood, the amber dry down. That's going to be pretty, hefty. So let's give this a try. It's been I waited for the show to open it, so it's been a little while. You all, this is so. I immediately I don't get the thyme. Maybe I do, maybe I do. I get the tea and the saffron real good. The lily of the valley. And I'm just going to let it sit and come back to it after I show you what else I got to see how it dries down. But if it's got that suede, that sandalwood, that musk, that amber, and that albanum, it's going to be a pretty long-lasting scent, in my opinion, probably, on my skin. I know a lot of people, some of the Tom Ford fragrances don't last, like the bitter peach or there's a cherry one. Can't remember the full name, but he has a cherry fragrance, and a lot of people say that it doesn't last on their skin. But all of the fragrances, I even have a sample of Lost Cherry. That's the name of it. I have Bitter Peach. They all last at least 6 hours on my skin. So some YouTube reviewers, they say 4 or less. But for me, they last at least 6 hours. And of course, Rose Prick lasts, oh my gosh, long. It lasts a long time. This one, I have a feeling it's going to last a long time. It's going to probably give me more than 6 hours. I'll come back and let you know in another video how that works. Instead of coming back at the end of this show, I'll come back and kind of give you a full review of this when I wear it on skin. But you all, it's the lily of the valley for me. It's the tea and it's the saffron. It is really coming through really well. I do get a hint of that thyme, and it is just, it's not green, but yes, I get it. It's coming in. Yeah, that thyme is coming in. I had to put my nose a little closer to the card. It is so fresh, and I could really see myself wearing this in the spring and summer. I'm going to do a full wear test on it, come back and do a full review on this. But this is the beautiful white suede by Tom Ford at a discounted price. I'm telling you, I got it at a steal. So you all, what do I say? So I did get a chance to visit. I don't have this store in my city. So my husband and I visited Orlando um, a few days ago. And last year we were in Orlando and we stopped by the Neiman Marcus in Orlando and we stopped by the Bloomingdale's. And lo and behold, when we got to the Bloomingdale's, we met a beautiful young lady that worked for the Mason Francis Kirkjohn at the counter for the Mason Francis Kirkjohn fragrances. Her name is Dilly. Um, Dilly last year was such a blessing to us. She shared the fragrances, talked about them. We learned so much from that visit to Bloomingdale's because of Dilly. Dilly, if you're out there, thank you so much for being such a kind hearted, helpful, and supportive person. Bloomingdale's is very lucky to have you there, very blessed and fortunate to have you there. Um, so we said, well, let's go by Bloomingdale's again, see what's at the Mason Francis Kirkjohn counter. We go in, and who's at the counter? And a year later, here we are. We get to see Dilly again. We were so excited. She again shared so much information with us. Not only did she share information about Mason Francis Kirkjohn, but my husband asked about another fragrance, and she walked him around the corner to get information on that fragrance. And so, just a beautiful person, beautiful light, shining light at Bloomingdale's. Thank you. I had to shout you out, Dilly. You are such a blessing. This time around, I went ahead and I made a purchase. Yes, I did. I purchased from Bloomingdale's my first Mason Francis Kirkjohn perfume. Mason Francis Kirkjohn fragrances ain't cheap. uh, so I definitely believe in saving my coins to get something that I want. And my husband said, yeah, let's go for it. You go ahead, you get it. Happy anniversary. And you all, I got my first bottle fragrance from Mason Francis Kirkjohn. I hope you can see my first bag from Mason Francis Kirkjohn Paris. It's beautiful. I will keep it for as long as I can. And before I show you what I got, they gave me so many, oh my gosh, so many sample fragrances from some from Mason Francis Kirkjohn and some from other brands. And oh my goodness, I'm not going to show you everything that I got, you all, but I got so many great samples of fragrances. So I'm going to just do a show on what's in this bag. In fact, that might be the title. What's in this bag? Don't you want to know? You know you want to know. So I'm going to do a show, what's in this bag, very soon. So you stay tuned, all of my subscribers, and then some. Stay tuned because I'm going to do that show, what's in this bag. Okay? But yes, 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 without further ado, what's in this bag? Well, I contemplated it was at first, I was going between three fragrances. I knew I wasn't about to get no three Mason Francis Kirkjohn fragrances. Okay, don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted out there. So I had to really, Dilly allowed me to sample them and smell them. She taught and gave us information about, uh, what Mason Francis Kirkjohn represented, what he did, how, his perfumery is just, his approach. And just after smelling a few of them, narrowed it down to two fragrances. Okay. One was 724 by Mason Francis Kurt John, and the other is a classic by Mason Francis Kurt John. And you all know what that classic is. That's Baccarat Rouge 540. So, of course, I knew what Baccarat Rouge 540 smelled like because I'd smelled it before, number one. Number two, I have a dupe of it by Ocha. But that 724, you all, because the reviews I watched didn't really give 724, I think, the honor that it's due. But when I got a chance to smell it at Bloomingdale's, Dilly let me smell it on my skin. I fell in love. 724 is so, so beautiful. I think it's fresh. I think it's clean. I think it's got a kind of lemony, maybe bergamot type note in it that's just so beautiful. And I'm like, why are y'all down in this perfume? This is great. But at the end of the day, you all, I had to go with the classic. I got a bottle of Baccarat Rouge 540. Baccarat Rouge 540. Yes, yes, yes. My first bottle of Mason Francis Kurt John, period, is going to be open right here on this channel. I know many people already have it. Kudos to you all. I'm not mad. I'm not jealous. I'm not a hater. But listen, this is my day, and I'm so excited. I am so excited about getting this first bottle. This is, not only is it a classic, first of all, it was launched in 2015, so it hasn't been around as long as I thought it has. It has top notes of saffron, jasmine, middle notes of amberwood, ambergris, and base notes of fir resin and cedar. When I tell you all that, and I know people say, oh, Baccarat. You all, anything you keep talking about must be some kind of special. And you all, and and I also was given the Baccarat Rouge 540 oil as a gift. And this is going to be my layering piece. So, I'm going to use this with care, right? I'm not sure if it's a roll-on. Let's see. It's a roll-on. Oh, you all. I'm going to layer this oil. I also have some. I don't have the Baccarat Rouge 540 lotion, but I got something else. We'll talk about that later on the layering. You probably already know. You can put it in the comment section. But you all, this is, and I have the dupe. I have the dupe. But at the end of the day, you all, at the end of the day, this, I don't think you get it. I don't think you get any better than Baccarat Rouge 540. This is just, look at this. Look at that presentation. Look at that. Come on here. I'm just going to see if I can. Oh, they got it in there tight. You all, look at this beautiful bottle. Oh, my goodness. I can't believe this. My own bottle of Baccarat Rouge 540. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I'm going to spray this now. And I would normally spray this on a card. But as I said earlier, this ain't cheap. So this is going on me. Okay? So there it is. There it is. Let me make sure I don't want to miss it. This is going on me right now. Oh my goodness. You all. Oh wow. You all. Oh my goodness. This is so, 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 so beautiful. That saffron, that jasmine. Amberwood. And at the dry down, it's going to have this beautiful fir resin and cedar dry down. You all, this is absolutely beautiful. This, you can tell, is long lasting. And with the layering of the oil and and some lotion, this is really going to be a great combination. You all, I'm I'm just really grateful to have this bottle of Mason Francis Kirkjohn Baccarat Rouge 540, and I'm going to wear it well. Wow. Well, you all, I hope you enjoyed today's haul. The Tom Ford from Cosmetic Company Store, and yes, the Amazing Francis Kirkjohn Baccarat Rouge 540 from Bloomingdale's. Shout out to all of the beautiful people that helped us when we went to both of those stores. May God continue to bless you both. You all, you know I can't leave today without sharing some words of inspiration. A scripture comes to mind, and it says, "Everything is beautiful in its time." Meaning, you may want something really, really, really badly. You may have even been waiting to get that something, or to get that someone, or to have this or that, and you feel that it hasn't come quick enough. It's been a long time. Let's put it that way. And you just feel like, why can't I get it? Why hasn't it come? Well, the scriptures are very clear when it says everything is beautiful, but I love the key, in its time. In its time. Meaning there's a time and a place and a season in which whatever that thing is that you've desired will come and be a blessing. Some things that we want, it could be a great thing. It could be a great idea. It could be a great possession, but it comes in the wrong season. And when it comes in the wrong season, it's hard to handle. It brings, it makes you miserable. It comes with a big dollar sign attached to it. Extra interest. I mean, I could go on and on. Heartache, pain, distress. You want me to keep? I think I can stop there, because it's not in its proper time and not in its proper season. So the best thing to do is to wait for it. To wait. They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. It is a perfect time set aside on God's calendar for you to get those things that you have been asking Him for and desiring. And oh, when He brings it in His time, it is not a wait. It is not a distress. It is not an aggravation. It is beautiful. That's what the scripture says. Beautiful in its time. I want all things beautiful. I don't know about you, but I want what God has for me to come in His time and in His season, at His appointed time on His calendar, so that it can be beautiful. You're beautiful. Why not receive beautiful things and beautiful gifts and beautiful possessions and beautiful opportunities in God's time? I think I'm going to stop there. Think about that, and I hope that that inspires you to first not give up, not give out, but to wait patiently on God. And waiting on Him doesn't mean you stop doing what you're doing. You keep living life. You keep enjoying everything, because everything is beautiful in His time. This is Lesley Suzette. All things beautiful. I love that. All things beauty, all things fragrance, all things self-care. I just want to inspire as many of you as I can to be your most best and most beautiful selves, both inside and out. This right here before I go, everything is beautiful in His time. Listen, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking this channel. Thank you so much for sharing this channel with your friends and loved ones. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. That way you'll know when Lesley Suzette has some great content coming out. Until next time, I'll see you then.